YouTube family and podcast family. Today, I want to talk about a topic that just absolutely cracks me up. Every time I say this topic, the title, I just burst out laughing. I cannot help myself. And I've been thinking about this for the last couple of weeks, and I want to share this with you. The topic is when the narcissist thinks everyone else is a narcissist. I'm sorry. It's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm sorry. To me, it is just ridiculously hilarious. But you guys, before I get any further, I want to ask you to subscribe, like, and comment at the end of the video. That'd be great. That just helps YouTube to get my videos out there. And if you would like to contribute to my channel, please go to my website. I'll include that in the description as well. And anyway, so you guys, I just wanted to tell you that when a narcissist thinks that everyone else is a narcissist while they themselves have to have their ego constantly stroked, everybody else has to walk on eggshells around them. The narcissist is the one who just bursts out in emotional, has their emotional outbursts, bursts out in anger, frustration. They can't control their emotions. And yet they think everybody else is the problem. They just cannot see who they really are. And that's, that's the projection. Narcissists cannot see themselves. They project themselves onto other people. They know what's inside of them. So they're going to project it onto others. They're not, and they can see what's really inside of them. They are sensitive to it to the point where they think they're seeing it on other people, which is just a weird psychological thing. So when they do this, they'll blame the whole family. Everybody's against them. Nobody cares about them. And the rest of us are like, what? Wait, what? Everybody kowtows to you. Everybody backs down because they don't want to argue with you. Everybody, tiptoes around you. And you think that we're the narcissist, we're just in shock. You just kind of shake your head. You just can't, you're in disbelief. Well, I've had some experience with these people who've, oh my gosh, I don't even know how to begin with this, but people who will, it's just so funny. It really is. It's so ridiculously funny to see. And it's shocking, actually. You look at them and you're just in utter confusion when they get so angry and bitter and they point at everyone else and they talk about how this other person's jealous of them. And you're like, jealous of what? Why would anybody be jealous of you? Because no, we're not. We're not jealous of you. And they think, you know why? Because they're jealous of everybody else. And they think, everybody else is so mean and so whatever. It's because they're so mean. They're so mean-hearted. And then they continue to project onto everybody else. And they even might pinpoint certain people in a family or all of their exes, right? Every single one of their exes was a narcissist. And you're like, oh, I don't know about that. It's possible that an empath attracts a lot of narcissists and yes, maybe one or two or maybe two or three of their exes, but every single person in their past is a narcissist. Everybody they've ever worked for is a narcissist. All their neighbors are narcissists. All of their family members, from little kids to adults, are narcissists, right? And you just go, I want to get out of here. Whenever I am around people like that, that's my thing. It's how do I escape this absolute crazy town? Because you don't want to talk to this person. There's no way to reach them. And you try, it's not like you don't try. You do try to say, well, are you sure? Because I think that person does really, really care about you, and they've done this for you, and they've come to you when you were sick, and they brought you soup, and you try to tell them all the good things other people do for them. And they're like, no, it's because they're using me. That's why. And you look at them and going, using you for what? What are they getting out of this relationship other than they just care about you? But, deeply wounded people who are narcissists, who become narcissists, cannot see their own wounds. I mean, they can't see their strengths. They can't see their woundings. They can't see their psychosis. They really just can't see anything about themselves. And part of that is because they blame. They refuse to take responsibility. And because for them to take responsibility for anything that they do or who they are or their reaction to others would require them to take a look at themselves. And they can't do that. So that's why it's so exhausting to be around them, you know. And every time you're around this narcissist who thinks everybody else is the narcissist. And that's going to happen actually more and more because of channels like this who educate, you know, I try to educate people about narcissistic abuse. Some narcissists are going to come across these channels. And then they're going to say, that's it, you know, through their projection, they're going to think everybody else in their life is the narcissist. And they're not going to take any responsibility for themselves. And the crazy thing is, when they come out and they tell all of their friends and all of their families that everybody is the narcissist and they're the victim, the family's just going to look at them like, what? Wait. This is not our experience with you, you know? In my experience with a couple of narcissists in their family, the family has tried to accommodate them, has tried to understand them, has tried to appease them, because the narcissist is usually the one who's just out of control, taking advantage of everyone, fighting with everyone, always bursting in a rage. And the family wants to, you know, help the narcissist. First of all, they don't realize this is a narcissist. They just think, okay, you're so wounded, we want to figure this out. Or the family might lash back too, like, stop treating me this way. And multiple people in the family be like, stop treating each one of us this way. And it's a pattern for the narcissist, but the narcissist will take it like, well, everybody's out against me. Everybody is picking on me. Everybody, you know, they just feel very paranoid. And, you know, you just cannot reach these people. It's so hard to get them to understand, no, everybody's not out against you. Not everybody is a narcissist around you. I've come across this in some of my comments, actually, where, and it's very, very rarely, I think there was one person that came on once that, was just kind of psycho. And I had to remove it because I cannot get into an argument with somebody who, you know, with a narcissist. I cannot. I refuse to get into an argument with a narcissist because you go around in circles and circles and circles. And in the Bible, by the way, it says never argue with a fool. Yes, because it only brings you headache. You know, there's no point in arguing with a narcissist. No point in arguing with a fool who is not attached to reality. You can try and give them evidence and explain and be, you know, delicate, and you can try to give them patience, and they'll just eat it all up and keep pointing their finger, pointing, and not taking any responsibility for anything at all that they feel, anything that they do, and you're just left there with this giant headache after talking to them. And I've done this. I've worked with people where it just goes on and on for months. And I have a friend who tells me she is so tired of working with people or dealing with people who have the same problem, like over and over again. And she tries to tell them, like, okay, do this, you know, you may want to examine that. And they'll come back to her again and again and again with the exact same problem. And she's like, what is the point? What is the point of talking to somebody who is unwilling to take any responsibility, unwilling to see that they have a choice, even when bad things happen to them? And there are bad things that happen in this world, by the way. And a narcissist always believes that they're the only ones that have bad things happening to them all the time. And the narcissist will believe that nobody else has as bad of a life as they have. And that's how you kind of know, like, oh my gosh, really? You don't think that somebody else who's in abject poverty, who lost both parents, who was, you know, I don't even want to get into all, you know what I mean, like the most horrid types of abuse. they don't have as hard a life as you do, no, there's no point in arguing with a narcissist. It just leaves you exhausted. So you guys, when you come across somebody who's telling you that pretty much everybody in their life is a narcissist, beware, back away. And, actually, a really great test is to start asking them questions about everybody else. And you'll start to see them projecting their own personality, their own faults onto all of these other people. So that's when okay, you try to point this out to them, and they will refuse. They will completely, absolutely refuse to take any responsibility, and they will not be able to take your criticism. Even if you're not trying to be critical, you're just trying to give your point of view, they will refuse your point of view if it does not coincide with their point of view. If it doesn't support their point of view, they're going to reject it. So, you'll find soon enough, and I've had plenty of friends who've tried to help people only to come out exhausted, completely exhausted, because these people do not want help. They just want to be right. And you guys, that is the problem. Anyway, I hope that you guys are doing well. I hope you're able to identify this for yourselves now and be able to back away and stay away from people like this, because they will only drain you. They will only take everything that you have, all of your energy, all of your attention, every minute of your life that you're willing to give to them, they will take. So it's just not worth it. And you can try. I mean, I'm not saying never to try. Absolutely try. But then when you see that it's going nowhere, then you just have to back up. So you guys, I hope that this has helped you to see a little more clearly and have a little laugh too. Like, you're not going crazy. You're not the only one who has seen this. It is out there. And I think it's going to happen more and more. And I think I'm going to see more stories of this coming out and more people coming out of the woodwork, accusing everybody else of being a narcissist in their life. But you guys, I wish you wholeness and I wish you health. And please, if you feel like, oh, is there something wrong with me? Yeah, I'm not saying you're a narcissist. Just stop and think, what do I need to take responsibility for? And right there, it kind of shows you you're not a narcissist. You want to take responsibility for your life. You want to make changes. So I encourage that. Blessings to you. If you have liked this video or if it has helped at all, please subscribe, comment, like, and share it, because we do need to get the word out, you guys. Blessings to all of you, and I will talk to you soon.